I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Okay, we're in a very, very special situation, dear listener, because
we are.
Numero uno. We have a birthday girl in the house. That is the amazing Pony.
And anybody who's born in the month of January is just automatically more special than the rest.
I agree. But on this particular day, it's Pony's day. Mm-hmm. And you see here is Pony is a proud native young lady.
Man, yep. She found a lot of her lineage very recently.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me read one of the messages that she put together here. So, she says, Halito? I don't know if I pronounced that right. It's hello in the Choctaw language, which I'm still learning myself because my dad didn't teach us much of anything as far as our heritage language is concerned. That's what my parents did too with the French side of me. Likely due to intergenerational trauma, I think. You could be right. Hopefully that was okay to read that part. No, I told you to send me what needs to be put. So, to start out with, we are going for A Bitter Ending by Somnent. These guys are a local Florida melodic death metal band that I had the absolute pleasure of seeing live. They were one of the local bands asked to open for the show I went to in 2019 in Tampa with Anaki, and you read this, babe. Von Gersbergen.
Didn't she work with Amorphous?
Amorphous and Delane. I've been meaning to get you guys to react to them, but I hadn't had the chance until now. The lyrics for the song are in the description box of the video, and I do also have permission from Somnent as well.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
So then we know we will not get blocked, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Good.
All right, let's go.
Here we go, guys. Insomnet. A bitter ending. And
Trying to get the lyrics.
You ready?
Yep, go.
Go.
That was really good.
Okay, a lot of rhythm changes on that song.
Add Floor's vocals to the background. I felt like we needed Floor because it was...
Floor because
because it's Pony's birthday, and I don't understand. How is it your birthday
Pony does
Floor?
a non-Nightwish...
And all I can hear is that in the song. This one was really good. Very interesting.
There's a Gojira song called The Gift of Guilt.
That's guitar, right.
Huh? That lead guitar lick at the end had some gift of guilt vibes to it. They really know how to crescendo, like how to close out a song.
Oh.
Like they really know how to because throughout the song there was the heavy, chug-a-lug element. Shout out to Ben Webb. There's a chuggy element, and then there was a soft element in the middle. Then you went to the acoustic, and it was thoughtful, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
All of that kind of got combined at the end for the last 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Which it's.
I didn't know the song was ending when it did, though.
When I think about our song and our music, it's like ours kind of ends heavy, which is what I want it to happen. But like the various sonical musical styles don't get represented at the end of the song. It's just one kind of thing, which is fine. It's not obvious. I'm not criticizing my own shit. I'm just saying, musically, I love when bands are able to combine all of it. They did a slow build, and you basically have to believe in your audience in order to do that, because you have to believe that they're going to catch it, they're going to get it, and they're going to be patient enough for it. Because when they went to the middle,
that's true.
Went to the middle. They went they went a little bit acoustic. They arpeggiated some notes, and then they stopped. You know what I'm saying? So they built the song, as it went on, and it was kind of like, "Trust me, I'm a genius" type vibe. What were you thinking?
Yeah, well, I liked the way that it had that sort of there was a ride at Funtown that would spin around in a circle, and you were on these I don't know, they looked like small mini speedboats, and it would just no, it was another thing. It would go like this.
That was at Funtown, right?
Yeah, and it used to have the sound was kind of yeah. It was over on that ride and also in the dome too. They both kind of had that sort of sound to it.
What was that thing called? My brother loved that.
Was it the Astrosphere?
It was the Astrodome. No,
the Astrodome?
Astrosphere. No, Astrodome's like a stadium. I think it was the Astrosphere. I think it was. But my brother loved that thing.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to go in either one of those, but because one of them had rock music and the other one was. They said there was demons. There was demons on the wall. I
was like, "There's no way in hell they let you go in that."
But
shit.
You know what? When I did eventually go in it, there was a creepy-looking character on the wall that they flashed in there. I was like, whether it's a demon or not.
I can see it at this moment. My brother loved that shit.
It was in red.
Yeah. There was a green one.
Oh no. Jimmy, why does Sori sound like she's a truck driver on a CB radio?
Oh no.
I don't know. Is this Is this better if I do this?
Is your gain up or down?
You know when I was doing that commercial, I had to just ditch the mics and just go with my phone.
You did that. Put it back on cardioid. There you go. Oh, actually, no.
I matched yours. I was on the same thing.
Try again.
You didn't change anything. How's that?
Bandana Story is back.
Hey, what's up, Jay? So it kind of had that sort of feeling, but then lyrically, I thought I didn't catch all the lyrics, but some of the words that they used, like right there, right at the beginning, the skies wept and the soil filled with anguish. To talk about the rain that way?
Yeah.
Embodied with discontent, there is no end. There is no escape, only a loathing acceptance. All will be consumed by eternal darkness.
There was one line, he said something, and I was like, oh, I'd never heard that before. Right there. As the clouds began to settle, not even the silence remains.
Oh.
Not even silence remains, which is really cool. Because I always think to myself, you think to yourself, what was there before there was space? Mm-hmm. And you just think, oh, it's just black. And you're like, mm-hmm. No, that's space. Mm-hmm. So what was there before that? So when he says not even the silence remains, I'm like, that's a good line, man, because that's like, what was there? You know what I'm saying?
That's true, because you always say, what do you picture when you picture before everything? And people picture darkness.
You always think
But
of black.
you always think of silence, too.
Right.
But silence is...
It's a sound, because you can identify it.
Yeah.
If you can identify
Right, it's the absence of vibration.
Right. If you can identify it, that means it has its own distinct quality. So...
And there couldn't have been silence before.
What is there beyond that? You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting, yeah.
I know people are like, oh, that's woo-woo. That's it. No, it's just that you're too simple, bro. You're just too simple to think about the deep things.
Yeah.
That's me.
I'll be smart.
Yeah. I'm just going to be on my Malcolm energy and just go, if you don't get it, it's because you're dumb.
You're a moron.
Yeah.
This part over here, this is the other part that caught my eye. Eternal dusk awaits. I don't like that. Like, I think it's good for the song, but the idea of eternal dusk.
Oh, the concept.
The concept of eternal dusk. I don't like dusk anyway. In this land where the moon and the stars are trapped. That also was... So I didn't like the feeling that that the line gave me of eternal dusk, and I didn't like the moon and the stars being trapped. But then it says in suspended animation, this place so far away, certainly out of reach.
Yeah, it's some bands do it really well. Some bands not so much, where they interface with nature. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they interface with nature really, really well. This band did a really, really good job at it. Was using nature as a metaphor for whatever struggle he was going back and forth with.
I have to say, you know how you always say, that's the line of the whatever. The first line was so poetic and deep to me. I could take that line, put that at the top of my journal entry, and then just write.
That's your line of the year?
I don't like saying things that are that extreme, because then I've heard you say that, and then you'll be like, no, this one is the one of the year! And I'm too prideful to
yeah, there was that Yes song.
I'm saying this is a very good line.
That Yes song was the song of the year, and then 2 days later, that Chinese band,
right,
which to this moment I don't know their name, unseated them 2 days later.
I know.
But I don't care.
That's the thing.
I don't care.
That's the thing.
That's the same thing happened in 2020, I think.
So we had 2 days.
The same thing happened in 2020. It was your band, what your favorite band from 2020?
Pain of Salvation, probably.
Yeah. They had the best song.
That golden one. Golden.
Yeah, golden something.
Golden.
And then Proto Men beat that a week later with Breaking Out. That's on your back.
Oh, I know. I'm not sure if I agree that it beat it.
Favorite. Well, it beat it for me, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't care. So okay, that's Sori's line of the year for now. But
that's my line of.
She's worried about people's opinion.
This is what I would say. If you start right now as being the end of the year, then that was the line of the year for me. Going back, so then I have a new start going forward.
This January. Yeah, but you very rarely hear anybody say, because the stars are usually romanticized, but here he said that the stars are trapped.
Well, yeah, but then
in the sky.
Yeah, but he explains it a little bit differently. When you first read it, it's like a little bit shocking, but. Well, hold on.
Does it get romantic at some point? Where's the romanticism?
Well, no, he says where the moon and the stars are trapped. It just sounds like really bad in a suspenseful animation. In a suspended animation, this place so far away, certainly out of reach. It's closer than you can see. Nothing is what it seems. So it wasn't like, they were trapped in some box. It's just like they're out of our reach, but they are closer.
They're trapped. Well, yeah. What I'm saying is that they're. Usually it's the moon, like I want to get to the moon, I want to get to the stars, or at least you say I have the moon and the stars. But the moon and the stars, at least for me, was presented as another set of beings that are trapped. Because this guy doesn't seem very happy. And so it's like, well, maybe you can escape into space. Like I've got this video game that it's a space. And
do you feel like you're escaping?
There's a war setting. Yeah, I told you this before.
Yeah.
But there's a war setting, but I don't use the war setting. I like the travel setting. So you just travel and discover shit. It's like, okay. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But he's not saying that. He's like,
is it cool? Are the graphics good?
Okay. You know, it's one of those things is I want to buy like a 360 television, like where you just set up a wall, and then the TV basically wraps around the entire room. I feel like that would be a very incredible
I don't know if I could watch a scary movie like that.
Or I'll just get one of those really high-priced VR things and do that, and you probably wouldn't see me for 5 days.
I mean,
but what's interesting is like he's not presenting the space as escapism. He's saying that the moon and the stars are also, they're just trapped in suspended animation, and it, which is interesting because they're rotating and revolving and all the rest of it, and the entire universe is kind of right, but he uses the term trapped, which is really, 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 really interesting.
He also talks about loneliness. Darkness fills my vision with a blanket of cold. Loneliness becomes my friend traveling the unknown. I was on Facebook, and there's a mom. She recently had a kid. Well, I mean, it's been probably over half a year at this point, but the situation hasn't been ideal at all. And so she was talking about how lonely she's feeling and stuff, and how difficult it's been. It's the hardest point in her life. And then this person comes on, and they were like, always remember,
Oh, Lord.
You choose your own feelings. And so, well, I don't know if he used the word feelings, but he was like, you choose. So basically he was telling her, you are choosing to look at your situation and say, I am lonely, and you don't have to look at it that way. You can see it from, other angles and choose
What are the angles?
Choose your.
What are the angles that she
Well,
can look
I
at?
mean, he didn't know it, but I've reached out to her and said, hey, I'll come hang out. And you know what I mean? Like, he didn't know that,
that's fair.
and she wasn't going to put that information out there. But I, as a third party, knew that I've put that out there. So I was like, man, he's right. And then she was like, she like blasted him. And she was like, she was like, well, you don't understand what it's like with postpartum and the things that you feel along the way, blah, blah, blah. She was like, so don't come in here, learn your science before you come in here telling people what to do, blah, blah, blah.
She just had the kid, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's been like 6 months, but you can still have postpartum that long after. Yeah, it can go for a year.
Quite some time.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe it goes longer. I'm not a doctor. But but there was a little bit where I was like, well, I can see kind of both of their sides of it. Like, she's right. Who does this guy think? Apparently he's a life coach. So she was like, he's a life coach, and I didn't ask him to coach. But I mean,
I'll tell you what, the life coach thing to me is just such a funny title, especially when people assign that to themselves. You a
like
life
an
coach,
apostle.
bro? That's just I could never call myself that, bro.
Actually, you could do that though.
Yeah, I would never do it. You couldn't pay me all the money in the world to assign such a title to myself. A life coach?
I know. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna coach you on your life.
yeah, I can see how that's a little.
Like, when you walk around saying dumb shit like that about yourself, you end up saying dumb shit like that to people.
Well,
he
got blasted, and hello, women were going after him.
Yeah, well, then he can coach himself as to how to handle getting blasted.
Well, it's weird because
first of all, how the hell can he coach her on it?
I know, because he's never been
You
there.
never played an inning of baseball. You're gonna go up there and be the coach. You've never been a postpartum woman fucking after giving birth and shit in 2022 with all the shit these people have to go through. Like, how the hell can he? I know. Coach?
I know.
But go ahead, finish what you're saying and its pertinence to the song.
I know, it's terrible. Well, I was just thinking, because I could see both sides of it, but I was like, well, because I've been kind of applying that idea to my life, as of late, where it's like, well, you can choose to, what?
No! Shout out to the homie. Shout out to the metal. He was a life coach. He was, if you wanna destroy your life, that man can coach you, bro. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm just gonna move. Out of respect for the fact that I really enjoyed watching his channel, I'm just gonna slide that one forward. And wow, scary. So anyway, so I was thinking about there are the whole half full, half empty glass thing.
Yeah.
And you can choose how you're going to look at different situations and circumstances. And so I could kind of throw in with him that, because I know that this girl, she doesn't live on her own. She lives with her mother. I know girls that live on their own. So it's like, yes, she's lonely, and I'm sure that she is. But there are two ways to look at it. You can say I'm completely alone and look at all the negative stuff that happened to you, which is obviously horrible. But at the same time, if you don't look at the positive and you pretend that doesn't exist, then you're going to come out feeling a lot more slighted than if you looked at the whole picture.
Yeah. I think sometimes the expression of despair in certain measures and quantities can itself be the positivity that people need in that moment. Like these people, obviously he wasn't in the best of moods when he was writing this, but he just created a brilliant piece of art that all of us got to enjoy and that people are going to put in their playlist. And all of us use music like this to get through difficult shit because we know that we're not the only ones going through shit. So
I will say, if she collected all of her posts from this season and compiled it into a book.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but we want everything like positive. Our definition of positive is shit that people say that won't make me feel uncomfortable. So a lot of people, it's like that girl where her husband died. And it was like 3 months later, and they're like, all right.
Oh, my word,
the church was like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
The church, even her family.
Yeah, so like sometimes you just have to redefine what positive is. Like, for example.
You mean the other, it happened to multiple girls,
If you break your knee, you know what's positive to do is fucking cry. That's the most positive thing you can do the moment you break your knee is to cry.
Oh.
That's positive. So, like, because that's what alerts people around you to help, and that's what could possibly save your life. So I mean, I think obviously there's a difference between somebody who's doing it for attention and refuses to get out of that. I mean, we've been around.
Oh yeah.
There's a specific.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I understand that, but I think. You know what I always say when people say, "Oh, they're doing that for attention." I'm like, "Well, then give them the attention." You gotta go out of your way to prove to me that you don't want to get better at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it takes a long time, right? I mean,
I think the person has proved it, but
yeah, yeah.
But you're a very generous person, so
okay. So, go ahead. What do you get to song?
9.1. 9.1.
That's interesting. I give it a 9, a solid 9. I gotta say, I didn't like the chuggy riff.
Why?
It's kind of like generic to me.
Oh.
And I was like, because I told myself, I'm like, it's Pony's birthday, but I'm gonna be ruthlessly honest. But the chuggy riff worked retroactively because of how much variation there was in the rest of the song. So it's a solid 9 for me. If the brothers from Mutilated Tyrant are still here, we're gonna be doing their song next and then reviewing them. So hopefully we don't give it like a 3 or some shit.
Let's interview them first.
Yeah, let's interview them first and then listen to the song. All right, that's on the way. If you're in the stream, dear listener. If you're not in the stream, then you're a square. We'll catch you on YouTube land. Vin out.
Sori out.
Go.